What you doing here?
The whole apartment, like,
we thought it was a dead animal, and
was
that
it?
was fun. So I enlisted the help of somebody very special to us.
I'm trying to.
Let's just jump into it.
welcome back. Welcome us back to the Picky Boys podcast. We're finally back home, finally in the studio.
Yeah.
Happy. We got some familiar faces today. Who are you?
I'm JT.
Danny.
And I'm Nick, bro.
And I'm Antonio, and let's start this goddamn picnic. It's been too long.
So long, jeez Louise.
We have birthdays, we have information, we have stories.
Information.
It hasn't really been that
Carson.
long for them since we
True.
backlogged some.
That's true, I guess, but we haven't been in this room.
We deceived you and recorded some while we wasn't actually live. Well, it's never live.
We also tried to record some, but we'll talk about that soon.
Yeah, that didn't work.
So, what do you want to do first? Birthdays or the trip?
I think we should just let's just talk about something prevalent. Let's talk about this Face app.
Oh, the aging app. Did you do it yet?
I did it, but I only had the free version, so I can only do like 2 things.
Yeah,
What's on
there's
the free
like
version?
there's like the woman and the old, and then you can also give yourself a beard.
But everyone's doing the old anyway. So every single celebrity on my Insta feed was just old now.
Yeah, everybody's been aging.
Everybody's
rapidly.
been aging rapidly. How do you look old? Do you think you'd be a?
I did it. It was nice.
Oh right,
I liked it.
We did it away.
PewDiePie did a video where he just took the
was
old and then took that picture and made that old until he was just like
Wrinkle.
a fold of a man. Like it was so disgusting.
just a raisin.
Yeah, but they had those, everybody was scared of it for a second because they were like, oh, they're Russians.
So, do you have to take the picture with that app, or can you just do
No,
older
you can
pictures?
upload
too?
No,
it.
you
any
can do
picture.
older pictures. So
Oh.
yeah, you can just.
I did the old one, and let me tell you, I think it was the drinking. I did not age well.
Yeah,
I looked bad. Maybe I'll send it to you guys.
dude, we did one of this girl we were on the trip with.
Oh,
And we made her into
man.
a man, and she accidentally turned out to be like an alcoholic trucker.
like a crack. Like
She had one golden tooth.
for some reason they
it was like they made her a man, and then also
Gave her a gold tooth.
a tragic life story. It's so strange.
It's like if you met the guy at the bar, it's the guy sitting alone, you just wouldn't talk to him.
oh yeah,
This-
that guy was.
You actually
freaky.
wouldn't even come within 10 feet of him.
The stench from it would be just so bad.
Antonio looks exactly like his sister when he's ageified.
When I'm a
I
girl.
mean, when you're girlified.
Yeah, I look like my sister.
That makes complete sense.
Does it? You think we look like?
I think I'm
Very
starting
much.
to think that your sister doesn't exist, and it's just you with the wig. Pulling a fast one,
That
like
is-
the Olsen twins.
That would be.
He's just so fast.
What do you mean the Olsen twins are?
Oh, the Olsen twins are one person that just goes so fast.
Like Lindsay Lohan and frickin' Parent Trap.
yeah. Well, no. Imagine that was like actually part of the theme of the movie too.
Like
That
it's
she
actually
was-
just one.
She was just it was just one. How they messed that
No,
up?
that wouldn't be the theme. That would change the whole movie. That turns.
It would be impossible when she was a baby.
2 babies.
No, that movie's ridiculous.
Fuck that movie, man.
Why fuck it? I mean, I don't know why.
What do you
fuck
mean?
it.
Parachute
I can't believe it's your birthday literally today while we're filming this, and you haven't you're not like, yeah, me, all about me, all about me. All
No,
about
I'm not one of those people who I'm not one of those people who like toots his own horn about this birthday. But when people say happy birthday, it
You gotta-
really gets me hard. No, I'm like one of those people like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
don't even worry about it. Like, don't give me a gift. And then when people do, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you
And-
shouldn't
and-
have.
And when people don't, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this a declaration?
So
of,
you're just a terrible person. What about
I
the people
know.
that do have like birth weeks?
Oh, that's my mom.
It's like too much.
Birth month.
Half birthday celebration.
My sister just like the other day was like, "It's my half birthday." I was like, "No one gives two
It's like,
shits."
yeah, just another excuse to get drunk.
How far are you allowed to let someone push it? Like, well, it's my birthday, so like punching you in the face.
I give it the birthday.
Murdering my
So
parents.
today's Tuesday. Excuse me. So today's Tuesday. So like, it's my birthday today technically, but I don't want to go out like to like a bar, like a club bar on a Tuesday. So
Club
I
going
think
up on a
it's
Tuesday.
either you get either the weekend before or the weekend after to celebrate your birthday.
Not both.
Not both.
not the whole.
Not
That's
both.
fair.
But if it's on a weekday and you're celebrating on the weekend, I think that's totally fine. 'Cause, that's just
I
fair.
think it's safer to have your birthday the weekend after your birthday, because when it's the 21 birthday,
Oh well, yeah. Because then you're like, oh, well,
Yeah, but then after that point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's a
you're right.
belated birthday.
And also before that point, it doesn't matter.
Dude, so many companies
one year.
Oh,
are
yeah.
sliding into my DMs trying to get my money with birthday messages. They're like, "Happy birthday," as if it's not just a robot. Just sending me
Why?
all
What,
these
what
things.
company's messaging you?
Oh, everything. Chipotle, fucking all these people.
And I will accept those gifts promptly.
Oh yeah, I'm totally a sucker to it. It's just they're giving me a coupon. It's just me. I'm giving them money still. There's no gift.
We missed JT's birthday too not too long ago. How do you feel about belated birthdays, like getting wished? Like, what's the latest? Like missing a day, I can understand, I guess.
I don't. The thing is, I don't care at all. Just because, and this is kind of fucked up, but I never wish anyone happy birthday.
That's
So I don't care if they
you're
don't.
that guy.
If they don't wish me happy birthday, like I'm completely understand.
Everybody's saying happy birthday to JT in the group chat, and I was like, I swore your birthday was the next day. I actually called somebody out on it.
Yeah.
I was like his birthday is the next day, idiot. And he's like, his birthday is absolutely today. And then I went on Facebook, which is the only reason I know most people's birthdays.
I use
And,
Snapchat. Snapchat, they have the little birthday cake right next to them.
Oh yeah,
It's a
I
lot
didn't even
easier.
know that.
It's so much easier.
There's people who just go on Facebook every morning and check their whose birthday it is today, and then post on each person's.
I get a
wall.
message like every morning
Yeah, it's
about
like
who's like it's this
Yeah.
person and 3 others'
Well,
birthdays
isn't
today.
it like the chances of people having the same birthdays are like pretty slim?
Well, there's
no,
only-
pretty high
Well,
rather.
there's only 365 days.
No, but like supposedly, like
Like
if
7
with,
million
like
people.
within 30, if you have 30 people in a room, there's like a very high
Yeah, it's like a
probability.
75 or 90% chance.
Yeah,
Was
that
it-
they're gonna have that 2 people are gonna have the same birthday.
What do you think? You think it's because like a lot of people bang on like certain days?
No.
Or
It's
is it?
just if there's.
But of course, if there's 30 people, there's 12 months. I mean,
There was a really funny Super Bowl commercial about that. It was like the year after, like 9 months after the Seattle Seahawks won the
population
Super Bowl. There was like a huge spike in babies in Seattle because everybody was doing some Super Bowl fucking.
well, oh Jesus Christ. Well, what's like 9 months after like Valentine's Day? You know, I picture like if you had 30 people in a
Is that
room.
February?
Yeah, have you ever tracked back 9 months and say, "Oh, that's when my parents fucked"? You can do it right now.
All right, all right, let's do it.
Well,
I'm January.
You're January, so.
So, can you count backwards months?
Can I count backwards? No, not at all.
What is that, April?
April, May, June, July.
It's
August,
really
September,
just 3
October,
months.
November,
3
December,
months from your birthday.
Forward?
Yeah,
Yes.
3 months forward. It's January, February, March.
April.
Or like March, April-ish.
March, April. That's kind of boring. I don't know.
Yeah, what the
What's
fuck was happening then?
the
Except for,
April-
I know
Easter.
what the fuck was happening
Easter.
then.
April showers. I guess they were just inside. I don't know.
So
Is that-
mine's
is that
July,
Easter
so
bunny is helping
July, July, August, September. So September, October. Maybe it was like
Halloween.
like a Halloween,
Halloween.
like a spooky fuck.
They were still in
That,
costume.
that fucking slutty nurse that mom was wearing. It really got your dad going, Danny. It really got your dad going.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, he was a cowboy.
All right, that's just all right.
It was definitely in costume.
Moral of the story. What month are you? Yeah, this month, right?
Yeah, I mean, my
the
birthday
same
was
thing.
like 3
They went
days
to the
ago.
same party.
Swingers.
One of
Swingers
these
party.
cakes is mine.
True, we got little cakes for them later. Show you that too. Well, are we gonna eat it on here?
The cakes are the smallest cakes. I went to Stop and Shop, and I was like, these cakes are either for children or for just really lonely people. Like some guy named Greg. It's like, happy
Why not
birthday to
both?
me. He's like singing it to himself.
What about getting sung in restaurants?
Oh, I hate it. But I hate it, but I think it's funny. Have you ever I've on multiple occasions said it's someone's birthday when it's not.
Absolutely.
Just to embarrass them for no reason.
Eventually, you think they check?
No.
No.
So we could go into any restaurant and really just go.
The best ones do it as Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. They make you ride the saddle, right?
Because a lot of people will deny it's their birthday because they don't want to go in the saddle. So even if it's really not their birthday, they'll still be denying it. And the Texas Roadhouse will be like, "Oh, come on, get on the saddle," and you basically have to ride it in front of everybody.
it's just this stool with a little saddle on it. You sit and you wheel your napkin and you just ride this little saddle. And
It's so funny.
It's so embarrassing weird.
Yeah, no, I like when it's like, I like when the people singing it don't care at all. Like it's like Fridays, like happy birthday to you. And they have like a dance they have to do.
Like how Johnny Rockets used to dance all the time.
Oh yeah.
Those are set dances though.
Well, it depending on if a song came on, that's when they had to dance. So if you had a friend that worked there, you knew exactly how to torture them and make their life horrible.
You mean like we did?
Exactly.
Like we did in high school?
we had one friend that was
They
on
had
the
the quarter
we had
machine
one
where you
friend
could
that was
play
on the
music.
shake station, like the milkshake station, and he was like, "Fuck anybody who orders a peanut butter shake. It's the hardest one to make." So when we get in there, we're
4
like,
peanut
one
butter
round
shakes,
of peanut butter
please."
shakes, please. Extra peanut buttery.
I found the bug in mine. Can you remake it?
just in the background, you're fucking, fuck these kids.
We probably could have made him quit.
And then one day he came
Definitely could've
over.
made him quit.
He came over and he was like, "You think you're real fucking funny, right?"
Yeah, don't eat the next round.
yeah. Watch out for your burger.
Yeah, spitting it.
That's more than spit.
How
We would also we would go with like 8 people and get one thing of bottomless fries. It cost like $10. And that was all we would get.
That's when we were kids, though.
Yeah.
Very little.
Yeah, how that sucks. Working in a service industry job must just be the worst. Like at one of those chain restaurants.
I have no idea. I can't picture being a waiter. I feel like the waiters' jobs are really underrated.
Because it's such a weird classification of restaurants. It's
Like servers.
It's like
right?
for some people it's like a night out, and then for other people it's just like a joke.
I guess
Of
yeah.
Chili's.
Like,
I imagine being a waiter and like you have all these things running through your head all day of like which table's this and which table that, and this person asked for the honey mustard, and then like at the end of the day you go home, you're like, shit, they never got the honey mustard. Like
I would just get so sad when like somebody's like, it's her anniversary. It's like, oh jeez.
Wait, so how is it?
Wait, why would you
How is
get
it a joke to some people?
wait, why would you get sad?
Because they're having their anniversary dinner at Chili's.
Well, maybe that's where they met.
That's true. Maybe that was their first date.
Maybe
Back in,
maybe
high school.
he or she just really
I mean,
loves
maybe
maybe
Chili's.
have some compassion,
so.
Daniel.
I guess
You don't have to be sad for people that are happy.
I
You fucking asshole.
Fucking douche.
God.
Wait, so is it like I know what you mean by it's like a joke for some people, but
Well, it's
Like,
like
what do you mean?
It's like a
As in
joke-
when Danny
it's-
used to
it's-
go, he used to go just shit on the floor and walk out and laugh.
No, I did not.
That's the
Never
joke.
shit on the floor
Funny
in any
prank.
establishment. But it's just like a place that like I don't know. I feel like a lot of like teenagers go because it's like right in that budget of like we can like pass by with like easily $20,
yeah.
and like
That's
it's
fair.
just so it's like this weird classification of like not real restaurant, but like it's accessible
to
to a
some
lot of people. Yeah, exactly.
It is.
I also didn't like being at the
It's
age.
got a pretty decent bar too. All of them have like great drinks.
Oh, dude, was it $1? $1 margaritas? Was that what it
Applebee's.
was? Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Applebee's.
But I think- I
After
think- I think
9,
you
I
can
think
only
it
get
cut off
two.
though. I think it cut off after 9.
I think you can only get 2.
9 o'clock or 9
Barbies.
drinks.
9 drinks. We're not going into the
Whichever
AM,
comes first. Whichever comes first.
which is definitely the 9 drinks. Doesn't matter what time we're in there.
We'll go at 8:50 and hit 9 drinks by 9.
Not even by 8:52.
Like or do like a Matthew McConaughey order. I can watch it bring me one. And then 5 minutes later, bring me another one.
And then 2 minutes after that,
And then every 2 minutes
continuously.
after that until I pass the fuck out. It's such a good.
It's like the service, like, this is Applebee's, man. Like,
Yeah.
relax. It sucked being at the age where we were treated awfully as soon as we got in, but we also genuinely wanted to eat. Do you remember that weird middle age?
Well, they had a deal for a while. Fucking 3 for $16. You got an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert for $16. Like, how could you not? That's great.
Wow.
No,
that was Chili's, right?
Then that was Fridays.
Fridays.
Oh, okay.
I
Then
like
they
Fridays.
started to slash, like they cut the dessert portion off as the 2 for $16.
Right.
Inflation, I guess, or something.
Or just they wanted to stop serving cookies. The cookie pan,
Oh, those are so good.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Cookie pan.
All right, I think we should explain to them what happened on this trip. And it was
In what context?
in what context? How about the beginning?
In the beginning.
In the beginning, we got to the airport. I don't know if we told you, but we got to the airport and we were late. It was an abomination. We were so late to this flight.
Well. Just to be fair, we were late, but we weren't so late that there was also a problem with the check-in process.
Yeah. So
Like it was like a 2-hour line. Somebody said
yeah, we got
That's
there
too long.
We got there 2 hours early, which is like you're supposed to get there 3
okay.
hours early.
you're supposed to get there
But
3
we were
hours
still
for international.
we still just made the flight by the skin of our teeth.
Oh, that was rough.
And also, my bag didn't make it to our first location, and I blame Little Mosey.
What'd you do with it?
What do you mean? What
yeah,
do you-
Lil Mosey.
Little Mosey.
It's all his fault.
We saw Little Mosey at the airport.
Who's that?
Little Mosey's like the rapper.
He has that one song. Yeah, you could.
No, I could play like 5 seconds. Of
Yeah,
it.
play 5 seconds.
I'll play
of
5
it.
seconds of it. But the point
I
is,
was broke.
That's enough.
We don't need it anymore.
Yeah. You got it. The
I
point
can't
is,
say.
He
I
was at-
can't
wait,
sing the chorus.
Lil Mosey was at Firefly. Your brother wanted to see him.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you
that's
saw
not
him.
gonna help. Yeah, Danny spotted him out. We saw him at the check-in where we specifically were online to put in our bags, and he was already at the front. So Little Mosey, good music, good
He has
rapper.
one good song.
But he was on
sorry.
he was on the freshman list.
Is it?
Yeah, he's on the freshman list. No, he's doing all right.
So
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
get pics with him or something?
No, absolutely not. The problem was his airport game or his airport
Entourage.
etiquette. Awful. He was at this bag check-in for longer than we were at the airport. And he was holding us up so long that by the time we got there, we put in our bags and we were this close to missing the flight. And my bag was, I guess, the last one to make it. Just didn't make it. Just didn't get on the flight.
Wow.
So when I showed up, they all had their bags and I just didn't have mine.
It was funny too when we got to the baggage carousel. Antonio was like, "Oh, let's say the who's gonna lose their luggage game," and that's all your fault.
And I lost it. And I blame
that's you now.
I blame Little
If he-
Mosey. And that was just the start of this trip.
And then there was also the ridiculous security line
Yeah.
that was the entire terminal.
How do you
It
feel
was like
about-
Did you end up
40
getting
minutes
it?
Yeah, it's like I was in Amsterdam for like 2 days. I didn't have my bag for all of the 2 days until I went back to the airport and went to the next part of the trip.
It actually kind of worked out pretty well because by the time it came back, we were gonna go to the airport anyway.
Yeah, so I just didn't have my bag for that part of the trip.
Okay.
Losing your luggage sucks. That was the first time I ever lost my luggage or ever had like a problem like that. That was the first time also we just made the flight. Like it was on the final call.
I've cut it pretty close on other flights.
You ever miss a flight?
No,
Well,
I have not.
never or not because of you.
Never.
That's interesting.
I don't think so, unless I'm forgetting someone
No,
that you know about.
no.
Yeah, Nick.
You're like, never? Because I was watching.
Yeah,
Terminal
never?
5,
Are you
June
sure?
26th.
Are you sure about that? Because let me show you the transcripts. Oh, we also did that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's all you.
Oh, yeah. So our friend Robert, who's been on the podcast, he's studying for some tests.
The MCAT. Studying for the
He's
MCAT.
studying for some
Give him that.
tests, and so he studies all the time, like 5 hours a day. And he's found this loophole in the system where if I want to hang out and he doesn't want to at time, he's just studying. And what am I supposed to say? Like, fuck your future, stop studying. Like, it's basically it's a one all. It's
a
like
wash.
Net.
It's
It's
a
a
wash.
catch all.
Yeah.
And
It's like Kobayashi Maru.
I don't know.
I don't know what that
means.
is. Thank you, Nick.
Anyway, so while we were away in Europe, I wanted to make sure he studied. So I enlisted the help of somebody very special to us, Chris Hansen from NBC. And I went on. We can play it. Let's play it.
First, those who don't know, Chris Hansen was a Dateline NBC to catch a predator.
He catches a predator. So basically, he'll pretend to be a 13-year-old girl and flirt with these guys, and then when the guy
His
comes,
team, I
and then-
think,
and
not
then-
him.
No.
No,
And
it's
then when the
Chris.
guy comes over to engage in sex with the 13-year-old girl,
He's the one that-
Oh,
he'll come from the curtain and be like, "What you doing here?"
Yeah, he's the first line of the defense or attack.
He's a private investigator that's taking sexual predators into his own hands.
And he gets off on it.
And
He
he,
gets up on
he
it.
probably likes it a
And
little.
every episode, he says, "You're free to go," even though there are police waiting outside
it's like-
entirely.
Yeah, he has some sort of power from it, definitely. But
Oh,
we
yeah. But anyway, so we got him to tell Robert that he better fucking study during the time we were away, and he couldn't have done it better. He nailed
it
it
was
in every
perfect.
way.
I guess we could show.
He made Robert feel semi like a sexual predator, but also like he believed in him and he should do a good job on his test.
We could show that for you.
So-
We could show that.
Give them that.
Roll it.
Roll it.
And we're back.
How
And
was
that
it?
was fun.
You like
That
it? You like it?
You like that one? It's terrifying.
Studying, is that what
What
you
if
call
Antonio-
it?
Studying, is that what you call it?
It's so good.
What could he have possibly meant?
Fucking children. I mean, that's the only thing that he talks about.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, shout out to Cameo. Great app.
Cameos are a lot of fun. Some people are pretty expensive when they.
Chris D'Elia's $50,000 on it.
Well, that's
He hasn't gotten anyone to do it yet.
Are you sure? There's probably one person that he might.
Not yet. That's what he was just on a podcast talking about it.
So there's no limit you could set it to?
They raised the limit just for him because he kept asking them to, and then he said it to that. He's like, I don't want to do this unless someone who's like stupid rich wants me to do it.
Oh, like he wouldn't let like the kid with the mom's phone click it.
Yeah, because he said something along the lines of like he feels bad if like me or you, like one of his fans, who pays like $400 for him to do it, because that is like a lot to us.
That's a lot of money.
So he's like,
I mean, yeah, it's really 15. I mean, like Chris Hansen's was $50.
really?
I felt like that was appropriate.
I mean, that's it's fair, but it's also like this man is getting $50 for like 15 seconds of work.
Yeah.
He was just in his backyard, just like you could tell he was just scrolling through them all. He's like, "All right, Mackenzie's birthday," like it just does it, and then
Well, I think I saw Philip DeFranco was $500 for a cameo.
yeah,
That's a lot, too.
crazy.
That's a lot. That is
Well,
a lot.
I think it's also just like, I guess some people just prioritize their time differently, you know, like 'cause they don't have the time to do it.
I mean,
But then I
You can
guess
do it
the
while you're
question
taking a
is
shit, you
why
know?
be on Cameo if
I saw ones up there. This guy was just an extra in like a couple random movies, and he was doing it for like $7.
I saw one on there for free. There's just somebody's like, please let me talk to somebody.
we should go on it.
we should do the Piggy Boys podcast. Just make it 1 cent.
They take 25%, so we get a quarter. We get 3/4 of a cent.
Okay,
So
Wait, wait.
let's do like $1.50 then. At least we make it
$4
$1.
cents.
Let's
We'll
make
give
it-
them the cent.
yeah, let's make it. I think
$1.25 maybe.
Nick Coletti, the Vine star, he's $69.
Well, that's genius. That's perfect.
That's perfect.
That's a perfect number. Good job, Nick Coletti. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, that's a cool app. That's a cool idea. I
Yeah.
like it.
All right. So, JT, me, Nick, and Danny experienced the worst smelling smell we've ever smelt in our smelly smell lives.
Nice.
And,
it
Danny's
was
getting ready for it.
Yeah,
Danny's getting ready for
All
it.
right,
farted again?
let me set the record again. This is an assassination of character.
No, it's not.
It's this. So I went
Oh,
to
no,
a
no, you don't get to start.
I had
You
a
don't-
smelly shoe. It was a smelly shoe.
No, you don't
And
get
I
to do
threw it away, and then the smell was gone.
You
Can we
don't-
just skip over it?
You don't get to do
Can
it.
we just stop this? This is my
Dude,
birthday.
Ah, damn it. It is his birthday.
All right.
But no, it doesn't matter. There are no limits. The point is,
there are no limits.
you don't understand. So Danny's, we were in this apartment, right? We Airbnb'd where we were, and there was 5 people in the apartment. And me and Danny were talking, and we didn't know at the time. This is hindsight. But as soon as Danny opened his backpack while we were talking, the whole apartment, no, you have no idea, the whole apartment, like,
We thought it was a dead animal.
Either,
swear to God.
either that or like a septic
Dude,
tank
it was-
burst.
it was
How
a-
far into the trip was this?
not that far.
4th day.
Like 4th day, but like first or like second day in the new area where we were.
Right.
So we still had 2 more days in this apartment. This is mind you, we found out later this is a sock that made the smell. But the five
Well, it was a shoe, really.
a shoe that made the sock smell, whatever. But the point is, 5 people, 5 grown-ish men came together and tried to decide on what the smell could possibly be, and our only 2 options were a dead animal in the walls or a leaked sewage pipe from the floor below us. And it turns out that both those were wrong, and it was Danny's fucking smelly sock. It smelled.
They were the
it smelled-
shoes I wore to a music festival. they were soaked in many sins.
Dude, it smelled.
Danny, you do not, in terms of smelling up places, you do not have the best track record.
I know.
You really
I
don't.
know.
don't.
Antonio's like, you're the smelly friend now.
You're the smelly friend
And
now,
I was-
you are.
and I was like, and I refuted that fact by mentioning some other friends. But then I also said, I'm not the smelly friend. I'm just the conjurer of smelly items. I make.
You're making it longer. It's the same thing. You're making it more words.
Because inherently I am not smelly. It's just that I
If you can produce that smell-
I produce things that are
Can
smelly.
you repeat what were the only possible examples that it could be?
The only 2 options 5 grown-ish men decided were a dead animal in the walls or a leaked sewage pipe.
Well,
Or Danny.
well, no.
no,
well,
we had no
well,
idea.
Okay, so this is where it was all confusing. It's because the shoes, for some reason, it was the shoe that originated the smell, but for some reason, in that case, the shoes weren't the problem. Because the shoes were in the apartment, and it was just the sock that was the problem. Listen, I am a wizard of smells, and I created these smelly objects, and then like any
Stop. Okay.
hey, like
You're
like,
a wizard
hey,
of
hey,
smell. You created these smelly objects because you got a smelly shoe and shit your pants one time. You created a smelly
I
object.
created
That's
these.
called shitting your pants,
no,
dude.
no, no, no.
called
I am a wizard of smells, a conjurer.
No, mind you, beyond the Wizard of Smells, he's also a terrorist because he took that sock and chucked it off the balcony.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
anything that smells, the only appropriate thing to do is take it and throw it directly off the balcony.
Just threw it off the balcony.
I think that part's fair.
I'm leaving my scent all over Croatia.
I actually,
Honestly, and if we go back to Croatia in 10 years,
Endorphins.
it might just be
Imagine I
quarantine.
started a plague.
It smelled so bad.
Danny started the zombie apocalypse in Croatia.
I will not lie; it was really bad. At one point, the shoe was out. The shoe was outside, so we thought it wasn't the shoe, but it was actually just the shoe's scent getting wafted in through
Yeah,
the window.
because now that
Wait, so it was the shoe or the sock?
no, in this
So
instance
it
it was
was
the
First
sock.
time, it was
Well,
the
it
sock.
was. The
And then there was
sock.
another time where it was significantly less of a smell, but still like people
The
walked,
same smell.
but people walked into our room and they were like, "Oh, this is awful."
It was like
And
a
then I started to panic because now I thought that I was gonna start smelling.
Me too. I thought maybe it was me.
Yeah, we thought it was
We actually
Nick.
blamed it on Nick, and I was quick to say it's Nick now. I am not the smelly
But
guy.
it turns out it was.
and I still am not.
Turns out
Please.
it was Danny's shoes
Come
out.
on.
Danny's shoes were outside on the balcony, and the wind was blowing his waft through the room. So it turned out it was still his shoes outside, not even in the room, smelling up. the
So
whole place.
so once again, as protocol dictates, Danny proceeded to grab those shoes and chuck them off the balcony.
chucked them off a balcony,
Fair.
Listen, man.
and then after that,
What cause it? Just walking
And then
around in them?
It's just because it was a firefly.
it's just Danny's
It's 'cause
smell.
Danny-
no,
it's
it's
'cause
not.
Danny wore them.
It is
He's-
not because my other shoes did not smell like that.
He probably fucking just like walked through sewage pipes and then stomped out a dead animal.
Yeah,
Do-
that's
do-
honestly,
do-
I would
do-
believe
Do you
it.
know how much I danced at Firefly? Those shoes must have gotten so much sweat.
So why would you even go through the process of putting us through that? Just get rid of the shoes.
because-
I thought a protocol is that Firefly shoes are
That is protocol.
God.
That is protocol. But the thing is,
you missed protocol
the,
one.
the thing is, if you didn't wear them for a while, it smelled bad, but it didn't like taint the room.
Mm-hmm.
But when you wore them and they got wet again, it like activated the scent. So I was like, yeah, these shoes are dirty, but they're not that bad. And then when I put them back on, it activated it once again.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It was
Wizard
it was
of
a dry
smells.
smell before, which didn't really spread.
Exactly. And then the
And
wet
then-
smell really took it from fucking
That makes
nothing
sense to me.
I don't know.
Took it airborne.
Took it airborne.
You really
It was an
can't,
elixir.
really can't even explain how bad that's. It was so bad, dude.
Anyway,
Was it as kind of a lame topic, but seriously, was it as fucking hot over there as it was here?
no.
Apparently,
it was much
it
cooler.
was much hotter here. You guys had a little heat wave while we were gone, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Jesus
I see.
Christ, it
I
was like
see on
90
the
degrees.
I see on the news or on the weather, and it's like 99 degrees, but feels like 110. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I feel like they're just asking some 20-year-old
it's-
girl. What does it feel like to you?
It feels
oh,
like
God,
115.
I believe it's raining.
I know what they do with the humidity and whatever, but it did not feel like 100.
Well, that's why I don't go off the temperature at all. I'm like, every time someone says, "Oh, it's 80," "Oh, it's 90," "Oh, it's 70," I'm like, that doesn't matter. What's the real feel? What's it gonna feel like when I go outside? So I trust the real feel more than the actual temperature.
I don't believe it. 100. It said 111. I don't believe that.
Well, did you walk
Yeah, that
outside
is
and not be able to
crazy.
breathe?
No, I could breathe. It felt like 100 is what the temperature was. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I get that it's different with the humidity and stuff, but I think they just ask like literally a 16-year-old girl. It feels like 112.
What about you see the weather? Is it a weather guy, the one that's doing all the dancing?
Oh yeah. He's like dancing with all the people.
Is it a weather? That's a weatherman.
Yeah, it's like in Charlottesville or something.
What's this?
Is this a YouTube thing or?
It's like a.
It's an Instagram thing. I feel.
It's like just a meme thing. I don't even know what platforms they got distributed on anymore.
I was gonna show you some like later, I guess. But
Can we talk about this Area 51 meme?
oh
Oh,
god.
It's so good.
Fantastic.
It's so funny.
In reality, do you think if 1 million plus people stormed it at the same time, you think they get in?
Absolutely.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely.
I don't think they get in, dude.
I don't-
No, I'm saying if the military was like, I don't care that these are civilians. These people are not getting in. 1 million people, no weapons. Well, probably rocks.
Well, no, I don't think that would happen. I don't think.
They could not kill a million people.
oh,
Do you
so
think they would
get away
slaughter
with
a
it.
million people?
So you're,
No, I
you're-
think they would just line up outside, and then the people, and then fucking 750,000 of them would say, "Fuck that."
I don't think so,
getting
man.
killed for
All it
this."
takes, you ever see the movies or like the riots where all it takes is that one guy in the back to throw a rock and then everyone freaking charges?
Dude, even
I don't
even
know,
if it's
man.
250,000.
Power of numbers, man.
Even if it's
How are
250,000,
they
they
getting
can't kill
in,
those
though?
people.
But how are they getting? Oh, so you're incorporating the fact that they have like the morality of the military, like not killing.
Also,
Yeah,
innocents.
also the
Commit the greatest like genocide in a single day in history? No, I don't think they would be
also,
down.
they probably have like just they'd probably bring in like anti-riot gear. They wouldn't kill them.
For
They
a
just
million?
they just shoot them with rubber bullets and tear gas.
For a
And
million
so
people?
many people that were
I
there
don't
for
know,
the
man. I
ride
doubt
would
they
leave.
even-
I promise.
I doubt they even have that.
Okay, so
shit
let's
in Area
let's
51.
let's say
First of all,
a million show up.
the aliens are not in Area 51 anymore.
They've already been moved.
They've already been moved. As soon as the first conspiracy was created, they were moved immediately.
What are you talking about? As soon as people thought there were aliens at Area 51, they already moved them to Area 52. You know?
That's what I just said. literally what I
he
just said. And
he
he's
said
like, what are you
that?
talking
No,
about?
wait, no. I don't mean when the meme was created. I mean like all.
No,
the-
Yeah,
yes,
that's
that's
what he
literally
said.
what I just
exactly
said.
what he said.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah. It shows
No more hat for you.
the come out of your ears.
I deserve it.
Oh, oh.
Jesus Christ.
The
I think you guys
memes are
shoo-
great.
I think you guys are shooting those wrong. They're like going down.
Well,
You do it too hard.
No, yeah, when you do it too hard, they go down. You gotta-
Like, Tony, you need a blue chew.
the fuck is that?
It's like the it's like the Walgreens version of the Walmart version
Of Viagra?
Viagra.
A blue chew?
Yeah, you see it on
Sounds like something I get at,
see
like,
it
a
on,
candy store.
Porn ads all the time. No,
No,
it's like
just,
the same
no, just
active
me.
ingredients as Viagra.
No, just
blue
me.
chew.
I don't know what you're looking up on porn sites, Danny.
I mean, these advertisers, they
I know,
seem to
these-
have, they think they have you pinned.
Yeah.
I've been getting so many advertisements for erectile dysfunction.
You're starting to believe
and
you have it?
yeah, that's stiff as a rock, man. There's no problem. Stop. You're wasting your AdSense on me or whatever.
No,
Even though we go to
he's
Danny's
getting-
house, you pull down the wallpaper, it's just Viagra's all over.
He's getting so many ads, dude. It's starting to affect his confidence.
It's starting to
in bed.
affect my performance.
And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That's the Viagra's new strategy.
to make
Can
you
convince you
Convince
have-
people they need us.
to shame you into erectile dysfunction.
To hypnotize you into the fact that you might need it.
I mean,
that would be absolute genius. If I'm there for it, anyway.
I have no problem with doping.
Is that what that's what it's called?
Performance enhancing drugs. It's like Barry Bonds, baby.
You ever taken Viagra, any of you? Just as like a joke or like a...
Kind of want to, but no.
No,
Why?
I've always wanted to take.
Honestly,
I've always wanted to
never-
try the ones at like the deli. That's like
Yeah,
Extend.
a rhino.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant more. I want to try the fucking rhinoceros 3D
I wanna
or whatever.
exactly. Like, what the fuck are those?
That isn't until your heart stops because
No.
there's just too much
You
blood.
I've had this erection for more than 4 hours, and my doctor's gonna hear something about it.
That's really what I'm afraid of. Like, if I take one just as like a joke or as just to do it, if I have an erection for more than 4 hours, what do you want?
Why
What, I gotta go
is
to the
that a problem?
Maybe
Like
they
if
just...
you got 3.5 hours, it worked just as planned.
But what if, imagine like you're sitting at your alarm clock at the 3:59 mark, you're like,
Oh my
please,
God,
please go down.
You're just like looking at pictures of like, you know,
What are we gonna- what are we doing here?
Like your grandma and the
that,
Pope.
that'll turn me on more.
Grandma and the Pope.
And,
Your grandma and the Pope. I don't know.
That is literally JT's Pornhub search bar.
that's my fetish. Yeah.
4 hours though. I don't know.
That's a long
But
time.
seriously, what's the issue with having
I-
blood
I-
in your penis for 4
I think-
hours?
I think it's like the
just
fact that it's
because-
not going away.
Does
Yeah,
that
I
mean,
think
like,
it's just because it
oh, once-
signifies that it's something's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So once you hit the 4 hour mark, that's like, oh, you have a permanent erection now.
You have
That's a perma boner.
Perma erect. I
Well,
don't know.
it probably has to do with like those blood vessels can stretch, but they probably shouldn't stay that stretched.
If I got
yeah.
if you had a permanent erection, it'd be a big problem.
I mean, fold it up.
It'd be a small problem. At least for me.
But
I think the problem would be more peeing.
I feel like I need to make like custom pants that like
Why?
they have a
Little
pocket.
show-
compartment?
Yeah, like a cup essentially, just to hide the fact that I'm always hard.
I think the problem more would be peeing.
I think the problem would be
Oh
actually.
my god, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would be.
Oh, forget
horrendous.
about it.
Also, it'd be like, I wonder if that would change the way you thought about like your like libido. You know,
Honestly,
like if you were always hard, then you wouldn't know
What?
like when you were hard.
When you were
know?
actually
like when you were feeling like sexual attraction. You know.
Well, you don't just getting hard doesn't mean sexual attraction.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Nick
I think
gets
it-
hard
I
off
think it mi- I think it
sniffing
might
like
affect-
burgers, you know.
Yeah.
I think it
You
might
should see when I
affect.
try them.
I don't know. I think it might affect your
Or like you're like getting soft is now getting hard because like it's such a different experience.
You're also you're always ready to go. I feel like it'd be a big problem if like something happened, like you accidentally rubbed up against somebody on the train, and they're like, "Oh my god, you sick freak," and you're like, "No, it's always like this."
Not a good.
That's a worse excuse.
Yeah, not a good excuse. No, it's a condition you don't
It's
understand.
like you're walking past the playground again, and they get you again.
I feel like
I like how it's always again. It's never the first.
I feel like
time.
anything could kind of be explained away with like if someone says something like, I have a condition. That's I feel like it's
Oh
vague
yeah,
enough.
yeah. I have a condition, ma'am.
Not,
I agree with you for the most part,
not what
but
I
not
meant.
for that.
Not what I
Not
meant.
for that.
Not for that.
Not what I meant.
But it's exactly what you meant.
But I mean, if you rub up against someone on the train, your example is like, I have a condition. I'm sorry. I feel like it would work.
It's just a
I feel
Snickers bar
like
in
I
my
feel like
pocket.
I feel like if someone would smack you,
Or someone be like, oh
if
yeah,
you said, "I have
condition,
a
really,
condition."
buddy? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice one.
condition being a
I-
pervert.
I guess your only option would be to avoid situations like that. Like I can't take the
stay
train
inside.
anymore. Yeah.
Just stay inside. I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to seclude yourself to a life of loneliness because you are always erect.
Oh, you know what? That's who the cakes are for. The people with the perma erections.
Those cakes are
Those cakes for them.
Same people.
yeah,
Those
same
absolutely got 'em.
people.
Yeah, perma boners.
When we were in, you know how we tried to film so we didn't miss any
What a
days.
seg- what a segue.
So what happened?
Well, so, I mean, what are we supposed to do after the erectile dysfunction cakes? Thank you.
Technical issues or
No, it's,
alcohol
we
issues?
tried. No, not even that, dude. We tried really hard to get you guys an episode while we were over there, but we didn't have the 2 cameras set up. We brought the picnic cloth, everything. So we tried this one frame, and we're all sitting next to each other, and just conversation just couldn't go.
Well,
it was
because
real hard.
because I don't know. I mean, we are doing it in front of a camera, but we're looking at each other and we're having a conversation.
Yeah,
It's very strange to have a conversation
to the
where
camera.
4 people are in a line and you're looking at one point. You're like, "So, JT, how's it going?" You
Yeah,
know?
it was
I'm
weird.
good, Daddy.
Yeah,
it's, just, it's very it kills the mood.
I see that. That seems a little artificial. You gotta. Hey, Danny, what's going on?
But it's not even
Yeah.
that. It's like
You know, at least
so weird.
At least if there was even like the slightest bit of an angle, but it was just like, oh, we were almost straight across. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
and it's something about I guess because we started in this room, kind of you get conformed to
That's true.
this
too. I'm sure
process.
if you guys forced yourselves to do it for like 10 episodes, I'm sure eventually you.
Yeah, I'm sure we'd break the habit, but dude, it was killer, dude. I commend all the podcasts that are doing well with the straight line view. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. It's like,
that is a feat that I don't think we could really do.
yeah, it's very
I mean,
tough.
but everybody has their own,
Everyone
everybody has their own
everyone's good.
thing.
No, but like even like
Like, I mean, even a fucking, I don't understand how like Theo Vaughn does a 1-person podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
That's
crazy.
incredible.
That's
to me.
crazy.
Like how you can just talk. I mean, he is an endless fountain of just like
oh yeah, well,
crazy
that
ridiculous
guy-
statements.
there's something with
Bill
that guy.
Bird a lot of the time too.
But yeah, and he's just looking into the camera like
Yeah, but Bill Burr
talking
talks
about the last thing I saw him ranting about was vests.
Yeah.
What's Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, he was like the vest is
It-
the only article of clothing you comfortably throw a football in.
I
don't know.
Yeah, he was talking about like how incredible they were and how
He
they
just
were
pulls
just the
things
move.
out. I don't know. He just pulls things out. But like it's like
You have to be crazy.
I was telling you guys before, like Danny Lepore just started the new podcast with the Stank with I think Frank Alvarez.
Stank.
The Stank, yeah, Stank. It's pretty funny, but the thing is, he transitioned from across the table with Joe, this Santagato, and then now he's on this one that's like this, and it's hilarious. And the transition is like it was so seamless. It seemed, and it was like it'd take a while for us to try.
I
to
wonder if you're treating the camera as like a
The person?
you know, like you're talking at it.
I mean, I guess to make up for it, because it's only 2 of them, they kind of sit almost, but it's not this, and it's crazy.
Right.
They kind of sit like how Danny sits.
Yeah, like how Danny sits sideways.
Well, if you do that,
because I like to be involved with everybody.
if you
You're
do that
here.
table thing where you're all behind the table, all looking at the camera, it must save you like a hell of a lot of time editing.
Oh yeah, once you start adding more than one camera, it's
Yeah.
If we had a third, like we were thinking about an overview for like when we do shit, but like either way, good for them. We couldn't do it. We tried. It was utter disaster. That was worse than Kakaro's first episode.
What? Oh, so you did film it. It was just really awkward.
Couldn't do it.
Well, we
Oh,
filmed
on
it for like 30 minutes.
I don't know if I still have the audio, but on top of that, as soon as we tried, this guy was just
It's just
Doing construction.
fixing all of
sawing.
Croatia in the
Fixing
back.
all of-
It was horrific.
You just heard this angle grinder going, and I like I mean, I've done construction, so like you only cut like small things. He must have been cutting like the entire house.
Cutting trees.
Yeah,
down.
yeah, really.
Because it was like as soon as we said welcome to the Piggy Wiz podcast,
It was so bad.
What the fuck is
I don't-
happening?
we recorded it on our phone because I didn't have my computer, so I don't know if I still have that audio clip, but I could definitely just play a second of it just to show, like, literally probably as soon as we started, it was.
It's just so loud.
And then we tried to talk over it because we were using the lapel mics, and we played it back. We were just like, we can't do
It
this.
was just
Scrap
everything
it.
was going wrong.
Scrapping it,
So
scrapping
we
it.
just fucked it.
So we just fucked it. And now we're back. So
Now
more
we're back.
episodes.
I don't know. There's something about being in this room that like now you're in podcast mode. You know,
Room.
outside. I mean,
It's the atmosphere. It's the vibe.
it's the
We're
sun.
Yeah, it's the sun. It's God's lamp.
It's God's. That's what I call
God's
God's lamp.
God's lamp. Uh oh.
I think-
JT's caught in this web.
Oh.
Oh, you're absolutely caught in this web.
Birthday
over.
His birthday was
I
the
just
first
didn't.
ever.
You want to do these cakes?
Yeah, I call 0.
Call it 0. What are you talking about? We both got it. Let's light up. Let's light this
They
bitch.
only
Hey,
had
bring him into frame.
No, well, hold on. Let's light them up first.
they only had 0 and 4 candles at Stop and Shop. So
4-0.
also at Stop and Shop they had fucking
Oh, the robot, right?
yeah, fucking iRobot. All of a sudden, this thing was just like scanning the. I'm sure you can find a video of it somewhere online. But this thing was just scanning the fucking aisles.
You're showing yourselves, not the camera, you doofs.
Oh yeah. Well, it's my birthday,
Yeah, fuck you guys.
so we're 4
40.
or 40.
What would have been smarter is if Danny got 2 4s because we're both turning 22, and it would be together. We're collectively 44.
22.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm not 22.
You're not?
I just turned 18. So all these people have been sending me
Illegal.
all these people have been sending me fucking fan mail.
Oh.
The gate's finally open,
Shit.
you pervs. I'm open
Ew.
for business.
Ew. it's like the 40-something-year-olds that are like, I'm turning 37 again this year.
Yeah,
it's like,
Janet.
we don't believe you, Janet.
No.
No, Janet. Eventually, you're gonna be 38. You know.
That tattoo is sagging. I'm not 37.
I just realized utensils are probably a thing.
Nah, they got 'em. They got fingers.
Well, it's been a blast.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
We're gonna go absolutely shit faced.
Oh yeah, for Danny's birthday. We could.
There's only a few more years I can do the like number of shots to how old you are before it kills me.
Not true.
Yeah, that means you're a
go
quitter.
What's max you could go? You think? What year? What year can you stop taking a shot for every year of your birthday?
I don't want all these people to disrespect me more than they already do.
Smelly drunk Danny. No, really though. I'd say 24.
Oh no, I'd say like 30.
I've never even done that. I don't plan to. The whole shot for your age thing. I'm not doing that.
30?
I did it on my 20th birthday.
20th?
I didn't do it on the 21st.
Yeah.
But I wasn't with you for East on the 21st, so like everybody I was with would have been frightened if I did it on my 21st birthday.
If you were doing it by yourself.
Yeah, they would have been like, we need to go to a hospital, not the bar. It's pretty good. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
good.
like a
I'm really debowling this
Good.
kid.
The icing's good.
You want it? Nom noms.
Okay.
no.
Nom noms. Nom noms. Nom noms.
All right. Well,
I'm glad we got married.
the cake had laxatives in it, so
Oh. Well. Honestly,
so
I
we're
believe
all
it.
on a wild ride.
Oh shit, that's some good cake.
It is solid. It is.
Anyway,
Got some stuff here.
Oh god,
I prefer this liquid cake.
All right, we getting out of here.
I think so.
All right. Where do they find you? Let's get out of here.
You can find me passed out on the street tonight. No, I'm just kidding. You can find me JT Holden 97 on Instagram.
You can find me at
Where do they find you?
Dmore723 on Instagram. Instead of a birthday gift, just subscribe to the Picky Boys podcast.
True. You know.
And,
Got 'em.
and don't forget to tell your aunts.
And don't forget to tell your aunts and uncles. Antonio, I made a thing.
now here we go.
I did a thing at
Here
the
we
end
go.
of at the end of each episode. Subscribe, tell your aunts and uncles, and Antonio decided to cut it out of the highlight reel.
But it wasn't a thing.
It was a thing.
It's not. No. It's.
It was more of a thing than you saying, "Welcome back, welcome back."
No, that's
welcome
not
back.
true. But it's
Fuck you.
it's not you saying
At least
it. It's
equally.
It's more. It's like more of an.
you hurry up?
It's more.
I'm trying to eat.
It's more of an. All right, where do they find you, Pooch?
You can find me on Instagram at @I'm_Nick_bro.
No.
No, well, that was
Oh
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
so.
I'm _Nick_. You can find me at Ant Prisco, and can't forget to follow Picky Boys Podcast also on Instagram. I've also noticed if you click the Instagram link, it brings you to the YouTube video, but not you signed in, so you can't like it or subscribe it. It's a weird process.
So like, subscribe, and share it with your fucking aunts and uncles, and say, "Look at the sign we bought." Fuck your birthday.
Fucking say fuck your birthday.
There's we gotta get the birthday in.
Whoever else's birthday it is, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
If you're a fucking Cancer, that's not
What-
what I meant.
what
Not like the horoscope. Not like fuck off. We're leaving.
Is
Bye.
that what you are? You're a Cancer?
The Picky
I'm on
Boys.
the cusp of a Cancer Leo.
Nah, that's enough. We don't want to go to horoscopes. Peace, guys.